of August 2022. A lot of things not happen during the week. We not to all we go lay at table. But guess what? Waiting me go lay at table. Waiting past na young reader yourself. When we open the phone line, you will get opportunity for share. The first thing we I want for lay at table today. Now for say the strike where the doctors then they do, it don't end. The strike where the doctors then they do, it don't end. And somebody gets the mind, gets the guts, for sending me message say triple. You don't see? For sure say this na carrying government. They don't settle them. Do ya? This particular strike action, it now be get 21 days notice. What to make you feel say they can give that 21 days notice? I feel to say the one them where come with that constitution, they will put that clause there, say 21 days notice. Maybe now wait for solve the situation, make it all reach that way the strike go happen. Maybe sometimes even the one that they can say protest. Now maybe they can say go, you get 21 days. Sometimes then go able and get together. But it look like if I say the one they will get now, sometimes the one that will be right and together that 21 days now for engage. May they engage. I mean they can always it ain't say with constitution for say forget 21 days. The doctor then give 21 days. The Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, what were they doing? What did them be they do? Now, they don't come to an agreement. What to make this agreement not happen inside that 21 days? Why make it not happen inside it? Is it that they may just take and say, but no, you there why we go treat today. Now then go look ping, now then go gains. Now the attitude that one day. With the back and forth. Then we get 21 days in our work. Who say we don't see people and give 21 days where we work self as alone? Who say we don't see? We then give the 21 days. Yeah? They then come about strike here. We then come, then talk them. Don't they can say, well, we don't agree, the strike will cancel them. Even the teachers them. We then begin 21 days. Pass with then strike. So if na done if the 21 days not the old water, then we not get food. Una pull and come out. Because he did it for a reason. He did it so that una go able lobby. Una go able see one side so that whoever go get for suffer out of the strike action, it not go happen. But what do they see? 21 days go come, it go elapse. Nothing no go happen. Strike go take place. Then at the 10 now, then go begin, go back and forth, they drag back and forth. Alright. Let we listen. Waiting the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Office of the Chief Medical Officer, wants me and you for know about this strike action we done. They say resumption of duty by medical doctors. Yes? Then for resume duties immediately. And the saddest thing now for say people were hot. Before I come to waiting, then talk. People them hot. People them way go seek medical attention. Then suffer. Okay. The day one, I'll just tell you quick what Uma Ufofana say. they don't solve it now. But let I just show you waiting people and go through. If it be said that 21 days, then be do the homework fine, then be lobby fine, then be arrange fine. Enough for be reach to waiting and they can read for you so day one. Yeah? Uma Fofana, that day na be Monday the 1st. He say today na day one, that na the 1st of August. Where the indefinite doctor them strike don't start. I gonna come out to hospital na Freetown for make I assess the impact of the strike action. He said dozen of patients then they sit on the hopeless. And the word we use. Hopeless. No doctors, no they for attend to them. He said one old man, he be the cry pain bitter one. He say and in cathedral be eng param. He say that old man there plead to the government through Umaru Fofana. Say do ya make the government intervene and make them end the strike because in pain be so much for him. He say he get an appointment for surgery that day when I be Monday. But he not able for reach no doctor. Then tell and say the doctor not there on duty. Because waiting do, then they strike. When in try for call the doctor no answer him. But he be still they explain to Umaru Fofana as water settle na yai. The man they cry. He said if they not resolve this now, but good people go die. Umaru Fofana say where they talk that way day. You know say the man be the talk but himself back. Then that water we settle and yai, he whip and come out. That's not the old man. He say it's a middle-aged woman. We sit down na grown. Himself they cry belly heart. Pain na in belly. He say he don't wait for hours. No doctor, no day. And he don't know waiting for do. He not get no fumble self near him. And for team up self, he not able for team up. He come on a corner hospital. He goes sign na PCMH hospital. He said dozens of pregnant women them be sit down na the antenatal unit. Then they expect for see doctor. He said some of them women they don't even know. Say the doctors then they on strike before then go na the hospital. I don't tell you say wait this alone. Trust me. You dey get that kind of news blackout. And not so everybody they listen to radio so. Mostly na morning. Now you dey get news them na radio na salon. During the day na music no more now. Say go na net. You get news 10 back where you get few information. As so then they do one day. But one day, say a network, we go reach day. We go show how it should be done. That woman here, go hospital, no self, say strike day. He said the sister were they in charge of the unit, Loretta, na her name, say no doctor, no they on duty. Because waiting no, they on strike. He said normally they the time way Umaru Fofana go there so. He said then can get waiting 2 or 3 doctors them. We go they attend to the patients them. He said only the specialist them and then they work. And right now the work na overload work na then get. and it's too much for the one them who been there at that time. Then we get few expatriate doctors them where be they work as partners. Now other units them will be the help out. One woman in be get obstructed labor. He be lost the pikin. The midwives them, they fetal. But now the mama no more them be able for save. And the mama in be lucky for survive. He say in be yeri, that time they will know after that time Dr. Jules there, the vice president may meet with them and all that. Or be the con like and say let them do inside that 21 days. Then be the guy and drag foot. Eh? Then be the guy and drag foot. Or then be feel say na testilo the doctor then deeper. This na just the one who some of the things them where people then go through. You feel to say inside that 21 days, if them don't come and meet and get an understanding, they may meet, but there were no understanding. You feel safe them be get the understanding and do how them for do and like how they do and so now. Inside 5 days. Let us listen what they want to for no. Resumption of duty by the medical doctors. The Ministry of Health and Sanitation and the Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association, the executive, don't reach an agreement, consensus, and they don't sign a memorandum of understanding for the resumption of duty by the medical doctors, then the members them, we all back in service from the 1st of August 2022. This now wetin they agree upon. Government, una no get good name for follow through wetin una cannot agree. Una no get that good name there today. Una no get that good name there tomorrow. But this, who they can eat soon. Una want for you give thing again. For say just now, where the time reach, una want play smart one. Then the doctor then come back say, then they can strike back. Una want some more. We don't want them today. We don't want them tomorrow. Eh? Do ya? As una don't agree, make una keep una own part of the agreement, and the doctors them then keep themselves own part of the agreement. Nobody know for push the ball or go the goalpost na ya. What's in the agreement? Let I read them for you. Recommends work after the official press release by both the parties them. Government pull Leone, the SLMDA themselves pull Leone, then for begin for work. They establish a more robust and mutual supportive relationship going forward. Okay. The Ministry of Health and Sanitation and the Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association share the similar objectives of saving lives. All right. Alleviating suffering. Okay. And promoting the health of the people of Sierra Leone. Una all too. The doctors them. And the government of Sierra Leone. Una say, una get similar objective. Saving lives. Doctors should be dedicated for save the life of the people of Sierra Leone. The government, in another hand, for provide the equipment where the doctors then for use for save the life. Now, so the government self go able for save the life as they all two they share pan this life saving here. Provide the equipment, provide the incentive, and the doctors them trained, do a thing you take oath for, so that lives will be saved. Alleviating suffering. Again, government for waiting, provide equipment. Provide equipment where the doctors for use, where for reduce the pain where the people then go they feel. Like them people always sit on a ground where they say everybody they cry pain, excruciating pain. The equipment for day, the medication for day. When they give medication, nurse not for go sell medication. All man getting part for play, for waiting, for save lives, and for alleviate the suffering. He said for promote the health of the people of Sierra Leone. How? For make we get access to medical facilities. For make we get access for go for waiting, for checkup. Not so, for go for scan. For go for physical. We don't have that in Sierra Leone. How do we want a healthy nation? By way of manner where the doctor them and the government, the doctors are trained, not so, why they say the government, are to the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. But they are representing the government. So the doctors them, they are trained, therefore engage the ministry and say, okay, this is how we will have a healthy nation. Good hygiene, good living, good diet, and all these things. Now they walk around there for person to the one day, and the one and they say, well, now so we all go get a healthy nation. But the country will get right now, all man get the same sick. Person don't contact you from salon, say they say get ulcer. Because the typhoid and malaria, look at they don't come under. Ulcer now na the new one what they hear. I don't know if waiting. We sick the way see them kinkana salon. Na breeze. All the man they get them. I don't say the doctor they know they do their work. But But now we get waiting. The boss them. The mobile boss them. And they're around. We hope say themselves they provide the service. And people them they take advantage of it. I like you feel say nothing no do you. If you don't say where you go hospital, I beg. Where that boss they come, go no more. Go. Let them connect different tests them by you. You no go just sit down one time, something do. Now salon they say, nothing no do amo. He just die no more. Why? Why? Andrew Luceni, thank you for the stars. Why you think say that can happen? Because waiting do, we know they follow up. Now left the one they with the salon. People not reach there at the rich day. Paolo who not left salon who can and then come to ya. If we job down the tower, we say every year physically need that paper day. Some man not they go. Some man not they go at all. Now they go check for nothing. Say me are well. Anything we body. Early detection, they save life. Yeah? Early detection, it is save life. Mabinti, thank you for them stars. It is save life. Now one thing on day where we for lek pa we safe. Where we for lek. Some man get insurance, you know, they use her. And they pull up and paycheck no more, and they grumble every day. But you know the user. You know the user, you know they go. Eh? We sabi all over the counter medication then for you, that, for this, for that. We sabi. You know they go hospital. People how connect. And what they talk about, you know. Because we want healthy nation. We want healthy Sierra Leoneans across the globe. So ready for retire. We they go salon. But again, not to retirement home now and you. Eh? Not to retirement home. So now we ready for retire now for goodie. So that they go back with it. No. Seriously though. Health is wealth. Well body na gently. Let's not forget that one day. Because the people in a salon, ask them. Ask them no more. You get two man, they don't turn and not go hospital. Say, man, I mean nothing not do me. Waiting. What's they go do? They let them go tell me what you know why. Alright. Waiting at the specific terms them inside the memorandum of understanding between the government of Sierra Leone and the doctors them. Number 1. Not to be 2. You remember? Waiting the doctors then say. Where they say they get 2 non-negotiable. 2 non-negotiable. Waiting to be the 2. For say, the fuel order for the gide 45 liters per week. They want them. They say they can wait stay. We don't go 3 months, 4 months. They knock them something. They just choke them something at their hand. They say they no wonder one day. They say they're non-negotiable. Inside the talk, the God become between them and the government. The government say, okay, well, you know it. Makoni don't can jam we say some of una no get motuka sef, but una they can't tell say una want fuel. And the government say well una fuel who they give. If na fuel, let's say na fuel, na we they give. So they go kind inside it. They go be kind inside. But they don't settle them. I can't tell you everything they settle them. And the other one, now be the 20 to 25% deduction will be happen. Inside the talks, the government side be say, no, na COVID allowance will be the given now. Na risk allowance for COVID. But COVID not there again. So waiting. Who don't pull her? Who not the given again? And then I say, well, waiting the government to be careful do. You go carry again now. Yeah? Let we listen now. As per who side and reach for make the work start. Effective July 1, 2022. Provision of 45 liters of fuel to all eligible healthcare workers. Hey, doctor there. I hope say una be agree final. You see the word where they use? Eligible. Now na be needed. Now na be no other eligible and waiting na eligible. Waiting at the terms of that eligibility day. Now na be day. We were not there. But una agree for sign. For say the fuel to the one them were eligible. Ura if you know say you're eligible, the terms for make yourself go gain per this, I hope say you understand them. If you know say you know to part, I hope say you understand. Because that for now not begin go down the road, some man can say, well, me I be eligible, but they don't say me I'm not eligible again. This is unawa for yegi. Una be dedi. We hope say the executive will get a proper understanding. eligible healthcare workers at grade 9. 45 liters of fuel to other eligible healthcare workers at grade 9 and above. You sabi you grade not so. If you not the grade 9, you're not eligible. I don't go on here. I know I now then sign. Yeah? Grade 9 and above. So what did they agree upon? Say then go give them fuel cards. Fuel cards, then go issue them directly by selected petroleum companies. So that they give them fuel card by selected, I don't know if na NP, na Leone, na Malado, or anyone now. So na fuel card then they give. That's fine. Grade 9 and above. Okay? And then they go start for Muslim July 1, the 1st of July. Papa government, no you una keep on your side of the bargain. Doctors them grade 9 upwards, una keep on your side. Yeah? If you dey grade 8, you are not eligible. Alright. Salary increases to all staff in the Ministry of Health intended to offset the withdrawal of COVID-19 allowance will take effect on the 1st of September 2022. When their agreements they been come, this one back been get good go. Because they say no, they don't pull them from July, August, May, July and August. They say them for puta. They want her from that Sunday. So then be go, but now they don't finally agree. And that side there, and the government be team up, say government say no. Because doctor the number them pull for. Them pull for police, them pull for soldier, them pull for all the other one that will be the work. The one that will be the work now cover, them pull for them. So if they can't give from that 10 day, well, what if the police back gap? What if the soldier them back will be the work? Then say well let them give them their allowance back. That now be the government's argument. But what in the agreement at least you know, yeah? The agreement now for say the one them will get deduction. The one that will get deduction where the government they claim say now being COVID-19 allowance. Now them people and they give them their money back in the form of salary. Not so allowance again it go be. So if you not be get deduction, you know the deal. You know the deal. Aha. If you not be get deduction, so tell me the glad say, I mean better. Me no got nothing by me own. You are good. You not gonna forget that increase day. Now only the one them will get the COVID-19 allowance deduction. Now then go can't give back that complete money day, but now not as COVID-19 allowance, but as salary. As salary. You don't understand it also? The Ministry of Health and Sanitation, they assure the public of your commitment for address the health needs of the population. On our left, Ministry of Health. This last sentence on our midso. On our left. And a good safe. When I say now for assure the public for our commitment for address the health needs of the people. What see una they do? Now I get sanitation back home. Where the country dirty? What una they do towards that? Now no say they made the sick boku dirty. Sanitation. Which one are they do towards that? How do they work with the local councils them? For make the people they understand. How do don't do it? For truly make the people they understand. The idea watch you now. Yeah? Not over just write on a paper no more. Because you look like say, even if I write on a paper, left and give. So when they ask we able for sure say, but look at no more. We get her, we don't do her. What so than they we want? There. Una self try for work with who that? The local council them. So that people them. People left. Who's people there? Citizens them. Go able for waiting. Forget well body. Kudos to the government of Sierra Leone and the doctors them we stand in ground, and we hope say this understanding go so take go. And so go take flip the page to another one. We don't make heleba news na social media. Okay. When Africanist Press Kim post, I don't know if you find out say a network na ya, or not can just take him and run with him. Because they say there are two sides to the story. Africanist can don't give you in own. I mean, I can just wait. Let the government self-explain waiting na the reality to the own side. You don't say the government of Sierra Leone no respond to the Africanist press directly. You don't say. But what be come out na do? Where Africanist press say there was a secret transfer of $94,000. What that I say dollars? Pounds. And we talk about England in the country about dollar now. 94,050 pounds. Now in transfer from Saloon to the Sierra Leone High Commission na London for the president in private visit. I mean, they ask now. They say a private visit. But see the president per fundraising event. How that one did they work? So we pay for waiting. Anyway, now so Africanist press say. So the financial secretary say no, he not go 7 months. This your man want bring disrespect to him. Making correct him. Making tell him what's in the reality of things. We'll not go to the first one. I'll wait in but the headline Dandy. Yeah? This now waiting the financial secretary. Sir, Lahai Jusu wants me you for no. He said the allegation of secret transfer of 94,050 pounds to the Sierra Leone High Commission na United Kingdom not true. Okay. Let's explain to you. He said, me attention. Me, the financial secretary. Where? I mean the plot Salomoni. Me attention. They don't go to waiting. And the word we use mischievous claim attributed to Listen, all the adjective the way he lick na ya. A certain notorious. Papa God help we. Again, go over. My attention, don't catch a mischievous claim by Uda, a certain notorious Cherno Alpha Emba. So what he make a notorious? Huh? What's in a notorious first bar? Where chain about Africanist press now the financial sector they say na notorious person. Okay. So notorious, na possible then sabi, but typically for bad quality. Yeah. Have you got this press? Okay. Notorious. China Alpha Emba. Where alleged say secret transfer. Secret transfer of £94,050 in be make to Sierra Leone High Commission na London for the president in private visit. As financial secretary at the Ministry of Finance, it is important for state the following: not only for assist in educating this Cherno Bayasu, but also for nyama any deliberate misinformation we want give to the people them. You want nyama. Number one, nyama. So we say nyama, Okay. The number one where they use now for nyama, waiting Cherno say, he said government get financial obligation for support the activities of all overseas mission, whether they host the head of state or in furtherance of strengthening the Sierra Leone bilateral and multilateral relationship. Now it's start again quarter first because this number one here. We have to come go down. Hey, number one nyama. The number one nyama. You don't say no to true. You don't say that lie. Number one nyama say government gets financial obligation for support activities on all overseas mission, whether they host the president or even if they know some, but for furtherance of strengthening Sierra Leone bilateral and multilateral relationship. We do that. Furtherance of strengthening the bilateral. We do that. 94,000. Okay. Number two, nyama. It's you listen number one, You listen number one. Number two, all transfers made to overseas mission are subject to normal reporting procedures and audit by Audit Service Sierra Leone. Therefore, any claim of that word we use, secret transfer, he said he made them out of sheer ignorance, and lack of understanding of reporting and audit procedures. Listen, Still yet, there is no deny for say money no transfer. For airport of state or no airport of state to the number one, nine number two. For say all the transfers the way then they make. You know, secrets. So for where China saying a secret or African Express saying a secret, you say no, because audit, give audit time. Alright. But they are the last audit. What thing that happen with her? Exactly. Let they go. Number 3, nyama. This particular transfer, he said the reference transfer, this one, this £94,050 to the High Commission and was handled by waiting several government officials them from the High Commission to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Ministry of Finance and Accountant General Department to the Central Bank of Saloon. Okay. So they say no to one person. Call name don't come inside. If it be say the financial sector can't chook una name na una no. Una settlement ya. Na settlement no more. But he say una all know about this money. He say with such waiting an extensive number of government officials, we handle this particular payments. Any claim is still a tower for saying a secret. No get common sense. Any claim we say this money na secret, he say no get common sense. Number 4, the financial secretary letter, he said a standard method of payment where done they in existence from the colonial era to the present day Sierra Leone. Okay. Into the area, Okay. To the present day Sierra Leone. For presume anything otherwise. He's saying a complete incomprehension. Okay. Honeybee, thank you for them stars. Waiting now be the claim of this money. You hear what I say, Number 4. Number 5. The Ministry of Finance remain committed to transparency and accountability in the management and use of public resources. Now so the financial secretary say. How they done? Waiting African Express tell we, he say a secret transfer of £94,050 be made to the High Commission na London for the president in private visit. For waiting, the president in private visit. Paul, what I read so. The financial secretary answered that one day. He answered him, fumble him. But what I don't read so. Number 1, say government get financial obligation for support activities them of all overseas mission, whether they host the president or they no host them. But for furtherance or strengthening, say alone in bilateral and multilateral relationship. He denies say the money not for president be in private visit na the UK. Because what me see na ya, usa e grip na for say secret transfer. Is it not a secret? Na gbangba ode. Okay. Now so the financial secretary tell we. Now so he tell we. Mabinti say he answer him. Mabinti Mara. He say he answer him indirectly. Ain't he? Sally Fujalo, thank you for the stars. Well, so the money now be for president to be in private visit or not? But wait till I don't read. What do you get today? So after that one day come out, African Express self no left and day. You not left and day. I'm not going to go through all, but I go just give you waiting he say. Sierra Leone Financial Secretary Sajusu and the money we then transfer na London. It says statements don't come out from the financial secretary than the one I read for you. With all over na social media, where then they explain and normalize a secret wire transfer. He still insists. He call them a secret wire transfer of this £94,050 to the Sierra Leone High Commission in London in the name of President Julius Maada Bio, who currently they on a private visit in the United Kingdom. Jopi, thank you for the stars. Mike Ekoka de accelerate to the president still in London. He said the next commission of inquiry go reveal boku tin them. Okay. He said inside the statement, Sajusu, where now the financial secretary, quote say the funds transferred to the High Commission in London is part of government financial obligation to support the activities of all overseas missions, whether they host the president or not. Okay? Now I'll wait till I read for you. He say number direct first transfer handled by several government officials who I call name. He say he also argue say the alleged involvement of all the officials here no make them secret. No make them secret. So because of all that I tell you, the African Express say it will make we get a little bit of understanding or deeper one. Pass what he be tell we before. He say number one, African Express go lek for state for say the financial secretary Sajusu in claim where he make say the funds and transfer to the High Commission in London constitute the government in usual, the word usual and normal budgetary and financial support to the country in diplomatic mission is saying are false. Dubawa the fact checker. When I able help win ya, or una no can get, una not to audit. Una not to audit. Now the audit report. We go for look for this money day. The audit report. Eh? Okay, let they go. This now waiting the African Express. They reply now to Sajusu. He said now false. What he talk? N inaccurate. Inaccurate. He said they not say the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in financial activities include the transfer of funds for meet the operational activities of embassies them and diplomatic office abroad. They exist. Mohamed Conte, thank you for the stars. Let's not forget for the stars, oh. How they send on this way, eh? He said they exist. That thing we talk, but, eh? Okay. But a true side, the Foreign Affairs Ministry. And they can do it. He said, however, this money when they talk, so this money we paid back the 94,050 to the London mission initiated on the 27th of July 2022. And where Africanist press flagam and was carried out specifically in the name of President Madabio, who is currently on a private visit na London. Then transfer them funds here and process her strictly for the alleged purpose of president's visit. And is not related to no official budgetary transfer or normal allocation of diplomatic mission in respect of the official activities abroad. And for the financial secretary, for say what he say that one is an inaccurate statement. And he believes say na deliberate act the official try for do. For try for normalize an obvious example where he try for call them out on. And they go to number 2. He said the African Express go look for underline the facts. Say that letter from the Accountant General in Department. He give the reference dated on the 27th July 2022, where authorized the governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone for carry out the said transfer as instructed by the financial secretary. Clearly stated say the funds were the transfer in question now payment in respect of the presidential working visit to London. In a working visit now. I mean a private visit. Hi. African Express say the letter say working visit. Status tell we say na private visit. Anyway, that's what African Express say. And the president get for the day from the 28th of July to the 15th of August. Hey, na 2 weeks. No, it passed 2 weeks. Small no more. A little over 2 weeks. You know, today then we get the salon outing na the UK. The president go. He go there. You know the UK. But they on answer ba. Because the president is the UK right now. You go for the outing. Alright, when I go the answer, we go to watch the comment section. Okay. He said the instruction and the letter not authorized for say this money Now for pay the mission. The mission in expenses. The mission expenses, no? Okay. Look, somebody, they were behind the car like Asada and Benina. Don't pass your lante. Whatever they use for listening, forward them, yeah? Forward them because don't come on yonder. You clear them, you count them, you open them back. Maybe it go help you. Or else you go the way behind. So, you don't try to explain to we under. For say, now work in visit, na indi pa the letter. Into na ne agree answer, una how the UK, una ne agree tell we, sometimes the president be there so today pa the outing. Not una all go chill. Alright. Now count number 3, according to African Express. It say the African Express one equally established say budgetary allocation for foreign other charges and operational cost of Sierra Leone diplomatic mission are often carried out on waiting a quarterly basis. So like every 4 months. About to kick about thank you for them stars. Every 4 months, a quarterly basis. Nine can do am. Allocation to replenish the other charges of the accounting embassy often made available for meeting administration costs, ranging from utility bills, staff, and allowance them, local travel, embassy staff, and all the sundries and all the what's not, the 9 yards and 10 yards and 11 yards, all other charges, account of the diplomatic mission in specific volume depending on the size of the mission and specific diplomatic area of coverage. So it obvious say this money, this 94,000, where they transfer truly not a part of that quarterly allocation and to the fund where they can send quarterly. Alright. Number 4. He say the African Express, they say it is important for no say the said transfer was not initiated from the bank account of the Foreign Affairs. Is somebody listening? The transfer where they make, I don't know if Sajusu go get for cancer, they were back. But Tintin no say African Express get all the documents. I make we can a secret transfer no money in grip. Bye. We leak secret transfer in prime, Ayol. I call name all. Sajusu. African Express say that money on a transfer. Not so from the Foreign Affairs Ministry. To the Sierra Leone mission na UK. As is supposed to be in the case of normal transfer to diplomatic mission abroad. Instead, he said the funds in question were transferred directly from the government of Sierra Leone bank account number, a put on there, from the Bank of Sierra Leone to the High Commission bank account number. He put the bank account number there within a Barclays Bank na the UK. So what things Sajusu go get for say for this? Leone Solar, it's been a while. You still get me number? Contact me. If you not get if you stay back when we put the numbers there, they scroll there, send message because I don't know if I still get your number. Alright. He's saying they emphasize African Express. The fact where they point out say this money come out, from the Foreign Affairs Ministry through your account like how they do it. But directly, Mr. Bank Governor, we be there among them lion them. I don't know that they use the lion there for scared. Hey, Bank Governor, you name the play. I know to his sign. Okay. Anyway, it transfer then we make them. Yeah. Okay. He said they not follow the usual pattern and procedure of the banking transaction. We usai for come out and usai for go. He talk about Kubo, me just try for summarize. Number 5. Africanist press say specifically they want to underline the obvious discordance between waiting the stated purpose will be then at the authorization letter and the financial record regarding this transaction also. Whereas finance official then process the said transaction in the guise of funding a presidential working visit. The official record from the president in office to what the president can do in the UK completely different. That is, authorization letter from the Accountant General Department say the transfer now for the funds for the working visit of the president of Sierra Leone to London, which implies say the president on the official trip to London, the president in office say waiting the president and his wife, the first lady, they left Salon for a private visit to the UK. President's bill. If they say the money now for a working visit, Keketoma say you come on a private visit. Now use we money. Now use the money, sir. Unless Keketoma go change back, say the private don't turn to working. And that 10 day, we go ask you question by the SLPP fundraiser. We're not going to ask you question because it's not a working visit. Not a town hall meeting. It was a fundraiser, a private visit. Yes? Even though you're not the first gentleman of the country, they can say you're not going to have a private life, even though we see him, but you say a private visit. But if this money, the name more than gear for saying a working visit, and you come by a private visit, Uncle Mr. President, sir, Dr. Unibio, sir, do ya with money, not touch him. Not touch him. Or for say, they no be understand the private visit and the working visit. Okay. If Africanist press not they talk true, they are gonna show you. Wanna show you the document we prove say na that money dey. You know, get no tag to them. That transfer they no get any tag we say for the president in working visit na the UK. In working visit. Sajusu not talking nothing but that. But I can say, well, the private visit now 2 days. Then he decide now for change jam The rest, the private visit was for 2 days. Okay. And then he decided for make the rest walk-in visit. Okay. Remember, the president gets supreme powers. Yeah. Okay. Well, if na be walk-in visit, if I don't go, who silent salon people and be get that today in the UK? Because as I see now, I don't see nobody comment. So, I guess you no go there. So, African Espresso last side, they bam. And myself, they try to tell Uncle Doctor Mr. President, sir, for say, do ya private visit. And if the money was transferred for a walk-in visit, and not touch your money. And transfer and go back. Uzai come out. Number 6. It is also important to recognize the similarities between the transactional arrangement and conflicting purpose relating this particular money to London. And the pattern and the stated purpose using the transaction surrounding the withdrawal and transfer of over 10 billion leons, more than $1 million to London and Beirut inside August and September that 2020, where the private visit turned to a medical visit, and that Lebanon. Remember all that saga where the president be the return now, where then go Prince Pelosi, then they launch the Lunge Bridge, where the president become it with the international partners them, who say the president say, oh, the one them where they make na terrorist them. Remember? I say it not show up for security reasons. Okay. I get you, sir. He said the same way they do this. Now the same way they be do that one day trade. And see where the audit report come out, we see how that one day be handled. How the president in office was implicated. And from where la Telopias and in deputy, then a long bench. 30 days, then a long bench. 30 days. And a long bench. Okay. It is what it is. Let's continue for a move. So the claim say, now the same way they transfer the money. He said the normal official operation to be noted here. An innovative mechanism we obviously then they use by Sierra Leone finance and diplomatic official for illicitly transfer public funds them abroad in the guise of international travel, and then they allege fund diplomatic mission and their operations them abroad. They say another clear example and the method we they use by foreign affairs officials and diplomats them late 2018 and 2019 for transfer over $4.6 million to the Sierra Leone mission in New York. And the name for say they want for construct. Where that one day not ever happen. Eh? Moran Sise, thank you for the stars. Okay, in a nutshell, the African Express said, and the note say the financial secretary statement don't confirm say waiting African Express talk and the money not true. Eh? So did they ask if they still pay them? I don't know. I don't know if they still pay them. It don't say small now than then at this long bench. Eh? It don't say small. Where then at the long bench. But let's come to the African Express in conclusion. Then they knock the chest. See? That money where they talk. Financial sector no can deny. And me self tell you now. You no deny. Not deny. Fail. You no deny. He said the statements where he make underline the ongoing regular transfer of public funds from Sierra Leone National Treasury to international destination each time the president and the other senior officials of this administration then they travel. That's another claim where African Express they make. We say whenever the president or any government official travel, now so then they transfer heleba money in the name of waiting for take care of waiting then they go pa. That's what African Express say. This is the subject that African Express has extremely covered waiting in the last 2 years. They say on 27th June 2022, for instance, a transaction of 640 billion leones then be charged out of the president in local and overseas travel accounts through a similar authorized letter. You get the letter in number there from the Accountant General Department for supposed hotel accommodation of the president in visit to Paris, France. For that UNESCO pre-summit from the 25th to the 30th of June. 640 billion? Hey! Hey, whoa! These transactions were processed even though the presidential delegation had withdrawn advance funds for travel costs, including for waiting, hotel charges, and per diems between the 15th of June 2022 and the 28th of July alone. At least 15 billion, nearly $1.3 million was taken out of the Central Bank of Sierra Leone in the name of President Julius Maada Bio to allegedly fund his travel expenses. If waiting African Express they talk, just from June 15, 2022 to July 28, the president in travel expense don't reach $1.3 million. If not true, now they ready. Wait something. Hey, the president in travel they pay back. This now 1 month to $1.3 million. 1 month. President in travel they pay back. And the president in travel so now make them encounter that ferry. And the president in travel now they pay back. Mboma Francis say African Express for print all the disbursements from 2007 to now. Enough for be selective. Okay. Well, I guess the Commission of Inquiry may address that to Francis. So if African Express not print herself, Commission of Inquiry come, then tell you all what it and tell you about the previous administration. What has been done with that? How much we spend? How much we spend per that Commission of Inquiry? Are we having value for money? Are we having value for money? Because from where that thing they done, we be obele, come here la, them for do this, them for do that, then they not for do that, then for this. That's why if I can't take pass through the cracks, and so the other silver blinding take left, and so all the man take, the one only know it himself. Okay. But today, the document they just lay down and no more. Eh? Me I can remember. Say if we really get value for money, but waiting happen yonder. Okay. 1.3. Okay, taken out. Okay. This aggregated amount included a recent transfer of 10 billion leos from government of Salon. Other charges account, give the account number, on the 15th of June 2022, also through an authorized letter of payment, he give the letter in number there, by the accountant general. He just the issue, they sign. Kushe. I hope you follow the procedures. Some African Express na see fine. I hope they follow the procedures. Because if Commissioner Fenkari can get you bap. So I remember what the first lady say. When name be up. I asked her if they deal with money. So let them go ask the president in office. Accountant General, they sign. Yeah? They sign, no? Okay. May I just hope say into they do the due diligence to follow procedures? Eh? Because the kind money the African Express they tell we. If Commissioner Frankai, if they lick that one in a head. Hey, that lot they not go to ta. Hey, you not go to ta. Ah. So do you work diligently? Yeah? Follow procedures? If you ask question. So that you name. You know, go begin for ask for presidential mercy. Okay. Loud you go. They say that last letter there by the Accountant General Department for replenishing floating allocation of funds for local and overseas travel to the President. Thus, the local and international transparency organization should consider investigating the obvious use of international travel by Sierra Leone presidential delegation for traffic money abroad. And so the African Express they claim. Okay. We don't hear you. But yeah, waiting me go request for Sajusu. Now for say now you don't begin answer African Express. One for no if the Accountant General or in answer. No, as Sajusu don't begin answer. The letter requesting, was it for a private visit or a working visit? They will make the transfer. Now be for a private visit and now be for a working visit. They will help we want clarification. Want clarification, do ya? Okay.